slowly. Slowly करके हम बे कान बादल की बात करें जोने 5 वेतन एक पुतली अरे ये नहीं इनको लोटा
बारो ये करे करवा दो ना
कर ले
Parin boल
तो कम परीन बोल हाँ बोले प्लीज आप परीन बोल तो
5 वेतन नहीं
परीन बोला
Samilu. So finally we are on road. So after almost like 9 months we are coming out. We have been planning this vacation last couple of months. We were really confused, should we go out in the COVID time or not, but finally we decided at least like 2 days off. You know, it's been a very stressful this last few months, a lot of like the work wise and also so many things going around, right? So in the world, but anyways, this time we it's a very different vacation. It's not usual. We had to think a lots of things before planning because we are going with the family, with the small kid, so it's not that easy. However, we took all kind of precautions, and the beauty part in the Florida is you have so many places to choose from. This is that's why I love staying in Florida. You have a lot of things. You just go in 1 or 2 hours, like in a distance. You can find to do the activities, or so many resorts on the beach. We were not planning any crazy activities to do in this vacation. We just want to chill out, relax, and some water fun before the summer ends. So that is why we chose to go to Marathon. It's a process how we narrow down the options. So we live near to Miami. It's called Coral Springs. So we have a lot of places actually, vacation resorts near to our house too. But of course, when you are staying nearby, you don't get that vacation feel, right? So we didn't want it to stay very close to house, but we didn't want it to go too far also. So we decided Marathon. Marathon is one part of the Keys. There are so many keys actually, and the last spot in a Keys is the Key West, and that's the southernmost town of South Florida, or technically Florida. We just reached at the Marathon. This is a beautiful resort. The first preparations what we are doing is we have to clean up the whole apartment, the condo. So that's something extra we normally don't do, but we have to do this time. All right, let's see around how it is. It has a beautiful view, trust me. the most important thing you need to have? This. અને શું કહેવાય કાનું? હાથ ધોવાનું સેનિટાઈઝર. ચલો હાથ ધોઈ દો ચલો. It's very beautiful outside. Check this out. So we just reached here. We are going to just check out our surroundings. How does it look like? This one has the dock, and the next, like when you walk around, it has the beach. So the resort has that private beach.
બહુ સરસ ચાલે છે. વોટર ઓફ ફ્લોરિડા. તમે આ ફ્લોરિડાને બીચ ઉપર આવ્યા છીએ ફરવા માટે.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel, Living in Florida. This is Komal Acharya. I'm a luxury realtor in South Florida. Today's video will be a little bit of different video because this is more about our vacation feedback for the Keys. Marathon has almost 13 small islands. You check it out in a map, like how they are spreaded. So they're very close to each other. There are many other keys also we have visited in the past. This is one of the beautiful sites we found. This is called the Tranquility Bay Resort. It's pretty small resort. It's not that big, but it gives a lot of privacy. So this is not very close to highway. It looks like you are technically in island. Across the street, of course, you have some of the shopping areas, so that's a benefit too, because if you, let's say, like we got the milk, water from here, we didn't have to carry from home. Because of the COVID, of course, you have to carry the food. So we did carry some of the frozen foods. We're vegetarian, so our diet is a little bit of different. But anyways, because of the COVID also, we didn't want to take risk, and we basically carried everything except milk. So milk, we got it from the store across the resort. You do have there is in a Keys is more like a very traditional. You won't find too many franchise grocery stores, but you will find small mom and pop shops, and they try to keep this way to give more employment to the local residents here. Even restaurants, like very rarely you find franchise restaurants, but mostly are more local restaurants, and that's the beauty of this area. When you have too many places around, that's a positive in a way that not too long you have to drive to go explore some other place than where you are living. That is one of the reason we really love staying in Florida. I did live in the northeast states, but this is one of the very beautiful advantage, I would say, because we literally, like, we visited sometimes in the Naples, Sanibel Islands, Marco Island, one that's another border what we have to the Gulf side, and we also visited many times Keys. So I'm going to discuss like what I found and what is, according to me, positive and negatives about this area. So this particular resort is quite a bit small size. You don't have too many pools. You have just one small pool here. There is exercise center they have. There is a play area like volleyball and some other games you can play around. But I've seen the bigger resorts too. It gives you the private feeling. It's technically looks like your own condos where you're living. They have a single story condo, they have a 2-story condo. We did book first the single story one. That was facing this side to the like a beach area, and the 2-story one, it's on a dock side. My daughter doesn't love sand. She doesn't walk on the sand, so for us that the right side one didn't work out for us, so we just chose the dock side. And that one I like the most because it has more private feel. મારે ચામુ જોઈ મમ્માને દેખાય. Good morning, everybody. So today is our second day. We have a plan. We are going to have some breakfast in just middle of the, like not middle of the sea, but facing the sea. And then we are going to do the jet ski, going to do the kayak. So it will be fun day. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you what we do today in the whole day. And it's really fun time. I mean, it's a very beautiful location. We met so many nice people here. Some came from Chicago, Washington, even local from Orlando. So many people are vacationing nowadays, even though it's COVID. But yes, people taking time off. And then taking their own precaution too while they are traveling. So, okay, all right, stay tuned. Alright guys, so we are ready with our breakfast. I'm making the parota and my dad is making chai.
ચાય ચલો કાઠિયાવાડી ચાય પીવા. માય ગોડ, કાઠિયાવાડી ચાય એ હમ હે કાઠિયાવાડી.
So he's saying he's making Indian Kathiyawadi chai. So this kind of chai actually you can get even in Starbucks. It's kind of similar but not exactly like that. Yeah, but it's every Indian family, they have a habit of having tea in the morning. It's just like when we have a more fond of coffee, right? Without coffee you can't start the day. The same thing, wherever you are, you need to have the tea. That's every Indian family has a tradition, I would say. breakfast on the beach. Check this out. It's almost empty. So we are now going for jet ski and ready to rock. We will be going on the middle of the sea. The jet ski here is almost like $150 for 1 hour. You can have 3 people in it. We just found out actually there is no age limit. I mean, there is age limit like 1 year or something, but yeah, you can take the babies too. So this will be Kahani's first jet ski. So let's see how does this go. She's a little bit scared of the water. She's very cautious baby. I guess she loves herself a lot. So let's see how she behaves when we go into. All the water activities are kind of closed in the resort itself, then it's more convenient to you because then if you're coming for 2 days or just 3 days, then you don't lose the time in traveling. In Key West, when we lived there is a little bit of kind of disadvantage. You literally have to go to the site to do the water fun, but of course here it's not that crazy. Sites you will find just like same thing you will find in a Key West itself. One advantage I found in here is like here locally you will find the jet ski, doing the kayak. You can also do the paddle boats, even sailboat you can do. So we did the jet ski, and actually per family they give 1 kayak for free. So that's something advantage. Today I'm going to do the kayak. Right, so honestly 2 days are not enough to explore this place. I feel like at least I needed 4 days. Next time we'll plan better. So in a COVID time, few precautions we took when we actually found the place. We really spent a lot of time to find out if wherever we go, it's not too much crowded. Surprisingly, many of the resorts were actually crowded, and this is one of the little bit less crowded we found, but it's not 100% empty too. Of course, it's there are so many, after this COVID started, this is like a burnout time, I would say, for the families. They do want to come out. So that's why I feel like now the vacation areas are again started booming. There was a time it was completely on a pause, but I guess now I don't find that often. This is the one we found where a little bit less people. Today is a Friday, so Friday, we just call them for the late checkout. They said like you can because it's completely full. So yeah, maybe the weekend is more going to be busy. So number one thing, you do need to find the place where there is less traffic. The second thing what we kind of looked while we are booking is like what kind of precautions that those resorts are doing. It may be a little bit of expensive because if you're choosing a little better service one, this one it's a separate condo. It's not like a hotel, so they do the housekeepings like almost 5 to 6 times. If you request them, like while you're staying, like we didn't request them to do the housekeeping when we were there. So as soon as somebody checks out, they do like a 3 times sterilization cleaning to that whole condo. But when we moved in, we also did by ourselves. We didn't want to take chance, and they also keep couple of hours empty completely after the cleaning. No people can walk in before they give it to some other guest. So they do try to make a lot of efforts to protect guests from the COVID. Another thing what we found is while we are staying here, they have not too much staff roaming around. Even before when we have visited, not this one but some other, but they do have a service from the bar. The waiters are coming to give the drinks, etc. on the pool side. But here we found none of the staff you will see in the surroundings. So if you go in the front, you may find people like the housekeeping people and all, but not too much staff in a relaxing areas. So that's one thing I found a little bit different than usual time. Another thing I observed here is by default everybody is taking precaution. They are staying away from each other. Even the chairs are placed like with the distance. So I haven't seen people kind of like too much interacting means like of course they say hi and friendly, but not sitting together in a crowd. We also kind of saw around the pool. This pool is not pretty big, so it's basically lot many. I mean, we avoided to go in a pool. Like we have a pool at home, so we didn't want to take chance. So those that's as a part of the precaution we took. We did went in this water yesterday, but just for a few minutes. We were keeping the hand sanitizers all the time. We were carrying. That's another thing I observed. There's not too many places they kept the hand sanitizer. I mean, we were being a little bit more cautious where we are sitting, where we are playing or eating, those kind of things. So since it is not too big resort, so it's possible for you to stay in one area, because if it is too huge, then you also feel like exploring everywhere, and you feel like you're missing out things, right? So this is another thing you can keep it in mind if you're planning a vacation in COVID time. Today is our day 3 here, and we are wrapping up the things here. It was a great fun. It was very relaxing, I would say. પછી બીજું શું કરવાનું?
હાલો કરજો.
હા
હાલો કરો.
હા
हाला कर जा
હા કરજો.
આપો.
હા એ હાલા કરીને કરો. ચલો. કોણ દાદા કરતા હતા સવારે?
હાલો કરો.
હા કરો હાલા. Another different thing you will find here is there is not too many waves in the water, so that's like completely safe for the kids. And the area they dedicated is not deep, so you will find so many even little kids playing on the sand, in the sand, and going in the water. You don't have to literally watch the kids. It's really quite a bit safe. We have seen in some of the actual oceans in the Morocco and Naples. That's crazy. The waves are crazy. They do the kayaks there also. It's a different fun. Here, if you're looking for exact beach where actual waves and little bit of crazy ocean feel, then this is not the good site for you. This is more calm area. So overall in the Keys you will not find actual beach. So it's actually many of the water sites, it's not swimmable. So there's only few they made it like artificially, like this is one of the artificially they made with the white sand, and you can still swim, like technically not swim, but yes, you can do some part of the snorkeling, and it's like almost 8 to 9 feet only. I went almost at the way, whole way without any hassle. So I don't think so even 8 feet. So it's mostly like a 6 feet all over in the side which we're dedicated. If you go beyond there, of course, there's more depth.
નાની મોટી મુખ દલાઈદા નાની સાથે ચંગલ આવો કરવું છે ડિંગ ડબ ડમ ડમ સાબીલું ઉપર નથી સંભાળ નથી સંભાળતું.
So this cottages also have the option to buy if you are looking for something to use for your vacations, and also you want to utilize for the rentals. If you want any more information on the real estate side of this condo, let me know. I can find out and get you more information. And we are very much expert on the vacation side too for the South Florida. So if you are looking to anything to buy, not just this but something in the Keys or South Florida, like near to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, there are lot many places you can get, ranging from 200,000 to millions. So I hope you enjoyed my content. And right, okay, so we are now heading go back to home.